Okay, let's begin the game. Hello, everybody. Okay, so last time, we learned that you're going to be riding around town on a skateboard. Got it. That's probably not a lot. Also, we're in Louisiana, and, weird, but of course, it's deadly premonition, so I'm not. Can I talk to you people? You know, what's your thing? I actually do things. So, actually, like, recollect and start working on this case. I'm supposed to be on vacation, dang it. Now, got interested in a new case. Apparently, my room is down one floor. For some reason, I feel like I keep. Also, apparently, the floor down there is wet, so I can't go down that way. Obviously. Oh, there's 203, right? Okay. Yorkshire. I was gonna actually look at the room and see if it was how similar it was to the first room. There we go. All the classic music.
Son Rouge.
This is York Morton, St. Rose.
We're chasing it all over America.
But
I feel like we're finally on the verge of finding something now. Don't you, Zach?
sure.
I think it's about time we ordered a new briefcase. Yes, I know this one carries a lot of memories, but it's seen too much. This hole's from the shootout in Tucson. And this stains from my...
Man, that is. It's funny when you get something that's old, that's like, oh, this holds a lot of memories, but it wasn't in the original game because the original game takes place in the future after he'd already made the decision to get a new briefcase. It's like, the fuck? It's like, that is a weird bit of interesting lore. To say the least.
Miami. Now that was a fascinating case. Billy, our perp, cut his own torso right in two. Even with the help of the drugs, a feat like that still requires incredible mental fortitude.
Oh.
I was so impressed that I forgot I'd left my briefcase on the floor. Same floor his blood gushed out onto.
Oof.
I know, Zach, I know. Now isn't the time for a trip down memory lane.
Sure it is. Evidence organization start. St. Rose.
An emergent drug that's been on the rise in 4 southern states. Personally, I think it originated right here in Louisiana. And Lise Clarkson's murder must be connected to it somehow. The 16-year-old girl who was murdered.
An
Her body was found beneath
Axe
a
killer.
bridge over the bayou, along with a strange altar. The powerful man who essentially controls the town of carre. And he seems to be more fearsome than your average gangster. I doubt he'll be willing to cooperate with any law enforcement, Zach.
Yeah, probably. Evidence organized. That was a hard factor.
You know, I keep thinking about that movie we stopped to see on our way here, Zach. The Island, 2005, directed by Michael Bay.
Oh, you actually set it up on the wall. Okay, that's kind of a neat touch. Okay, I like that.
For a movie being shown at a cinema complex, it was surprisingly artistic. An experimental setting mixed with hard-hitting drama. It was art house sci-fi. That director's going to change the history of art house films.
That part I don't recognize it. I barely recognize any of these movies, except for certain ones. It's like, I've not seen any of these. I don't know movie history. It's amazing. The first time in history.
Are you following me here? This is another special film that's setting a new standard, just like Star Wars and Blade Runner did. This is a turning point, Zach. You may be witnessing the birth of a vital new word that will soon become a part of film history. Yes, this single movie may be responsible for creating a whole new genre several years down the line. A genre known as island movies. I sure like the sound of that. Don't you, Zach?
He pretty much everything I had. Soda.
I'm very satisfied with the decorations and the size of this closet, Zach. And it's even got a security box. What else could a man ask for? It's proof that we're still safely inside the fringes of modern civilization.
Expecting you to. You know, when you see one out. That's good news. So there's show the shaving.
Due to the nature of our work, we've had to stay at hotels all over America. But Zach, do you know what I hate most about living out of a hotel? Shower pressure. The shower was invented so that human beings could quickly bathe in large quantities of water, correct? Yet there are far too many hotels in our nation that have showers with embarrassingly weak water pressure. It's an outrage. And I'll keep tooting my horn about this every chance I get, believe you me.
God. Alright. Yeah. Oh. Oh, yeah, she is. Alright. Screen. Let's flip past the main story. No idea, this game has no achievements, so it's not like I'll be able to tell. I freshened up. Hello.
Hey there, chef. What's cooking?
Chef, what are you talking about, sir? I'm the concierge, David.
Good job.
I just heard from our chef that you wish to learn the meaning behind our town's name.
Yes, I've gathered that le carre is French, but does it have any special meaning?
Why, yes, sir, of course it does. A very clear, logical meaning. All names have meanings. Would you like to know what this one means?
Yeah, that's why I asked, dang it.
Yes, I would.
Jolly good, sir. Then allow me to explain. Le carre means square in French.
Ah. And?
That's it.
I called it.
Yes, that's it. chef.
Square.
Do take a gander at the town map in the lobby if it fancies you. It's beautiful, valuable, and old. I'm sure you'll understand once you see it. Now, please excuse me, sir. If you ever need anything, please don't hesitate to ask.
Yeah, save point. Phone in my room? That smile.
Did you see that, Zach? That was clearly David. Not a twin, not a split personality, just the work of a true professional. It's bizarre, but I can understand it. Remember what they say, the job makes the man.
Neat. Vacation to go back to my journal. Watch the little thing. Choosh. Oh gosh. Scared now. Immediately scared. Why is it 3 split paths? Yes, you. Save points. Alright, cool. So once I get done with this prologue bit, we can actually get started with the real stuff. How much longer this prologue is. Depends on if I actually have.
Do you feel that, Zach? Dozens of paintings no one will ever see. The faint scent of tobacco baked into these walls for over a century. Now that's what I call a hotel. Zach, can you see him? His fashion sense is beyond me, but he appears to be a gentleman. Perhaps we should talk to him.
Okay.
Nice tie. Did you buy it here?
It's been a long time since someone spoke to me. No one these days ever tries to see me.
They can see what's far in the distance, but are blind to what's in front of them. No. Maybe they're only pretending not to see. That's what civilized society does to people.
Exactly. Ever since mankind got their hands on civilization, they zoomed away at a frightening speed.
Zoomed away from what?
Don't be a fool. You know the answer. As for me, just call me Hungan.
Hungan. A title given to a leader in a certain religion. Is that what you are?
Do you comprehend the oracle?
Oh no.
The Oracle. Put on your religion hat, Zach. Here we go.
Felton Maidens, in the shrine of hunger, find the flying serpent in the ambiguous zero. Dance with the flying serpent, and you will glimpse the other world.
10 maidens and an ambiguous zero. Got it. But what do you mean by otherworld?
Follow the oracle.
Zach, did you hear all that? Looks like we've already taken our first step into chaos.
That's crazy.
But such is our duty. We need to accept the chaos, let it inside, then carefully dismantle it piece by piece. And after we've put all the pieces back into their rightful places, the truth will reveal itself. Let's capture the truth and present it with a shiny pair of silver bracelets, Zach.
Good plan.
Zach, here's another perfect symbol of the human condition. Hunting trophies.
Mhm.
And it's a buffalo hunting trophy. Now that's a surprise. I've seen several trophies made out of human skin, but never a buffalo's. Looking at him brings out this strange feeling from within me. Yes, the very same feeling I got when watching a certain film from
Yeah, it brings up
1984, directed by
brings
Peter
up a
Hyams.
strange feeling in me. A feeling I got from a movie.
2010. The last scene in that film filled me with such a sublime, majestic feeling. It was filled with everything that was missing from the finale of 2001: A Space Odyssey. Just talking about it makes me want to watch it again. Let's watch it once we get home. Promise, Zach.
I want to watch every movie. Like that. I want to watch like that movie. Star Wars. I want to watch that one again when we get home. It's a swear.
Zach, this is Carre. I think I'm finally starting to understand what our concierge was trying to say. You can tell this town was built by a very methodical person.
Go to the city.
No, wait. Maybe they just didn't care, and that's why it ended up this way. It's just another symbol of mankind's obsession with molding nature to fit our own rules.
The main giant square. Map it.
Zach, what did you think of Hungan's oracle? Despite all the dramatic build-up, it's little more than a childish riddle. Heartwarming, really. Exactly the kind of feeling one gets from the good old-fashioned countryside. Now let's start by tracking down those 10 maidens. The oracle gave us a place and an act. We need to go to the Shrine of Hunger and fell 10 maidens. Now where in this town can one satiate their hunger? The hotel and where? and the 10 things that need to be knocked down. Simple, right? The answer is bowling. The shape of the bowling pin was based on the feminine form. The 10 maidens are the 10 pins. But a place where someone can both eat and bowl at the same time. Alexis's Diner in Lane. This is it, Zach. There are even pins and a bowling ball on the sign. I bet we'll be able to eat some Cajun cuisine and bowl there. Maybe even both at the same time. Nice job,
Alright,
Zach.
bowling.
I knew you'd be able to find it. Now for the other oracle. There's no flying serpent on this map. Could it be a contrail or perhaps a dragon? I'm sure we'll find out later. First, let's just figure out where we need to go. Do you know what the ambiguous 0 represents? 0 is usually treated as a base number, but under what conditions would a base number be ambiguous? The answer is temperature, Zach. Yes. 0 degrees Fahrenheit is minus 17.7 degrees Celsius, and 0 degrees Celsius is 32 degrees Fahrenheit. You'd be hard-pressed to find a more ambiguous 0 than that. The question is, does our 0 refer to Celsius or Fahrenheit? Let's think for a moment. We're in Louisiana. Which measurement system do we use here in America? Clarkson Food Delivery Services Cold Storage Warehouse. That's got to be it. Even with this blazing sun in the sky, they can easily keep the temperature below freezing. Be honest now, Zach. You knew the answer from the very start, didn't you?
Yay. Oh, yeah. Yay.
And how about that Hoongan? What a mysterious character. His oracles may end up determining how much time we spend in this town.
Sorry, boss, but this is a smoke-free hotel. If you're dying to smoke, head out the entrance and you'll find a smoking area in the rear parking lot.
Don't tell me. You're the
At
bellboy.
your service, boss.
Are you good friends with the concierge and the chef?
We work at the same place, yeah. But, I can't really say whether we're good friends with each other. We're all professionals, though. Nothing more, nothing less.
I believe we've struck gold here, Zach. It just screams deep south. Actually, no, it doesn't. This is all his charm. So, if I want to smoke, I should go out the entrance and around to the rear parking lot?
Bada bing, bada boom.
Okay. I'll play by your rules.
Man. Right now, let me just clear.
here, boss. How can I be of service?
I want myself a hungry now. Alcohol. Take long to drain yourself with sweat kissing. Anyway, make sure. I may just try it out tonight. Oh, yeah. Try it out this morning. Snap the camera. Copy. And gotta have good butter cookie, yeah. Right. You know, in the original game, you could just eat lollipops a lot and take care of the hunger stuff. I'm gonna try to see if I can do this game as legit as possible, and I might go back to playing them other ones eventually. I have the ability to. I'll bring those systems up here at some point and play them much later. Again, this game seems to be taking place in the past, so why not use it to my advantage and maybe use it to have something happen in the first chapter? Depending on what happens. We're still gonna have weird zombie moments, or we're gonna have that. I don't know. I don't know what to expect from this game. Like the last game set up its weirdness right away, and then that was it. Like you knew what you were getting yourself into from the gate because of the zombie, the first dungeon. Oh, we're loading up the city now. I can smoke finally. It's a bird.
Compared to non-smokers, smokers have a 4.7 times greater chance of getting lung disease.
Thank you.
You know that means it's more likely than getting asbestos poisoning?
The risk of death from lung cancer is actually much lower than what you think it is. In fact, it's tiny when compared to heart disease, strokes, and pneumonia. We're always surrounded by easy ways to die, you know. Some people even get randomly struck by lightning and die right there on the spot.
Then I reckon you also know that secondhand smokers have 1.3 times greater the risk compared to smokers?
Of course.
So you won't mind paying the damages when I die of lung disease? How about writing that in a contract for me? You got a pen, right?
This will just go the fuck away from me.
I promise to protect you from all the evil in our world. Oh, that's stupid. By the way, what's your name?
FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan. Please, just call me York. That's what everyone calls me.
Is something wrong with you? Adults ain't supposed to act like that. I only asked for your name so I can write it on the contract. You should have been able to figure that out if you're a
Hello?
real FBI agent like you said. Come
How's it
on,
going?
sign here. Right here on the paper.
Okay, enjoy.
Just as I thought, Zach. This contract paper, it's a Sang Rouge wrapper. Sang Rouge is here, too. This must mean that Sang Rouge
Exactly.
is connected to the Lee's
Yeah.
Clarkson murder case somehow. This is a sprawling case that spread across the entire South.
That's
So
on
within
this
our
game too.
jurisdiction, Zach, we need to steal the right to investigate from the local authorities at once. By the way, miss, what's your name?
Patricia Woods. But I gotta write my name myself, or else it won't be a real signature.
Right.
Tell me, Patricia, does this town have a sheriff? Or is it under the jurisdiction of the nearest city police?
Perfect timing. Well, go on and steal it if you want it. I was just thinking about how this is way out of my daddy's league.
Thank you for the information, Patricia. Okay, Zach, it's time to get to work. How should we seize control from the sheriff this time?
Oh, R is run. Okay, I was wondering. R is also dodge. ZR is melee attacking. X is red room. Okay, cool. What the heck is this?
Hey there. So, you're the fella from the FBI I've been hearing so much about. I'm Melvin. They call me the sheriff round here.
Melvin Woods.
FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan? But call me York if you can. That's what everyone calls me.
Huh? Well, all right. Mr. York. How's that sound?
Fine by me.
I'm sure you figured this out, but our town's a small one. Yeah, folks are already busy spreading gossip about how some FBI agents come to town. Now, I reckon you came from the city. What was it? D.C., L.A., or New York? Anywho, in the city, it's normal not to know who your neighbor is. Fella who moves in next to you could cook up a dozen folks in his backyard and no one would bat an eye. That's the city for you. Now, I never lived in one myself, but I visited them a few times, so I know what it's like. All pigs must die in the city of wolves. Yeah! Now, does that sound badass or what? I bet you'd... Hey! I know, CLG. I'm just trying to make a little small talk, that's all.
CLG?
Anywho, round these parts, everyone knows each other's name. So lots of folks get leery when they see an étranger like you. And since it's my duty to protect the town, I thought I'd stop by and say hello.
Zach, it looks like this sheriff is quite the happy-go-lucky type. A clear indication of just how peaceful this town is. Melvin, about the Lee's Clarkson case.
I knew you were here for that case. Can't put one past the
Gosh.
FBI. So they even got eyes on the smallest of towns like us, huh? Our world is filled with information, and it's all within their grasp. FBI, the Federal Bureau of Investigation.
Gosh.
The Lee's Clarkson case is connected to a top-secret case that we've...
I know. If you're fixing to take the lead, then go right ahead.
Gosh.
I'm just the humble sheriff of a tiny little town. My jobs are to stop my neighbors from beating the piss out of each other and listen to old folks complain. Honestly, this whole murder case has been weighing me down. So I'm gonna give you my full cooperation, Mr. Special Agent, sir.
Thank you.
Well, Zach, that was anticlimactic. I didn't even get to use my secret weapon. Melvin, there's a cold storage warehouse on the southern end of town, isn't there? I'd like to get permission to enter it.
Say what?
You want to see where the body's being kept, right?
Oh, I get it now. Lisa's body, yeah. Now, that's what I call a special agent. You already figured that much
Yep.
out. But, I'm not too sure that, going down there at this point is really gonna help much. You know?
Explain it yourself, Daddy.
That's incredible. I don't believe this. Amazing. Did you hear that, Zach? They put the body in a cold storage warehouse. This is fantastic. Insanely fantastic.
Really? Well, how about that? Well, all right then. I'll head on down to the warehouse ahead of you and make sure we get permission to search it.
Sounds good.
I don't know. Play bowling.
The management company only keeps the warehouse open during certain hours, so you'll have to come during those hours. I ain't looking to create any further disturbances, so be on time. Got it? Come on, let's roll, CLG.
I'm gonna walk home, Daddy. I still got another stop to make.
Oh, if you say so, sweetie. She's a real sharp one, as you can see, so I try to stay out of her way. Well, all right then, York. I'll see you at the warehouse.
Yay. What time is that warehouse open from? Ugh. I burped. I'm wondering if I have enough time to roll some pins and do the other oracle thing. 9 o'clock. So, journal. Oh, time 8 to 17. Oh, I got some time. Yeah. Interesting. Let's see. Yeah. Okay.
Hey, you.
Yeah.
You ain't secretly cutting kids up and sticking them into jars while you work as an FBI agent on the surface, are you?
No, I don't think so.
Or using your FBI connections to sell kids to child trafficking organizations?
I've arrested people who've done both, but I've never engaged in either of those activities myself. Of course, I have imagined doing such things in order to learn more about the psychology of the criminals I deal with.
It was just a joke. Why are you getting all serious? And don't tell me what you imagine, or else I'll get scared of you for real. Hey, can I come with you? You signed a contract with me, remember? And besides, I'm kind of worried about my daddy.
Do whatever you like. This is America, land of the free. But I have one condition.
What condition?
Don't ask me about Zach. It's a private matter. Zach, it feels like she's carrying something with her. Kind of reminds me of you back when we first met. I can't leave her alone like this. You feel the same way, don't you?
Sure. Two. Alright, main quest, side quest, waypoints. Okay. Is the question is the wait. Run R's run. Ran out of stamina. I have to.
Melvin called you a strange name. CLG, I think. What exactly does that mean?
Clever little girl.
I found the skateboard button.
Hey Zach, it looks like we were right on the money. Tracing the Sang Rouge distribution route led us right to Louisiana. You know what that...
Hold on. Go, just to make sure. Alright, M12 is over here.
So, what do you think of him? Yes, I'm talking about him.
Good break, okay. I used the skateboard.
Did you notice it yet? The streets in New Orleans were a mess. All busted up and undergoing maintenance. The city was built on a swamp, so the ground is soft. All it takes is some heavy rain to cave it all in. There were also a lot of places where large tree roots were pushing up parts of the asphalt and the sidewalk. Those bumps were dangerous even when we still had our car, remember? But this town is different. The streets are all paved so cleanly that we can skate along them without a care in the world, and there's hardly any trash or graffiti to be found anywhere. The Clarksons truly do control this place, for better or worse. It's a good example of how allowing certain people to rise to power can have positive effects as well. Also, don't you find that Southern people are remarkably friendly, even to total strangers? Both here and in New Orleans, I've been amazed at how cordial everyone is. Is it just the way things are down here? You certainly don't see that sort of thing in New York or D.C. They never stop to chit-chat, especially when ordering food. They only say what's necessary, without any decoration. A customer only makes eye contact with the waiter about once every 3 times they interact. But that's just how it is. Isn't that right, Zach? The human relationships here are as fluid as an inorganic mechanism running on the smoothest, purest oil there is. And it feels strangely comfortable. After spending time in New Orleans and coming here, I think I'm starting to like the Southern disposition. They even have their own breed of bizarre crimes. And besides, the New Orleans area is famous for its paranormal culture. I'm sure it'll entertain us somehow.
Probably.
Still a little
Alright,
ways
so.
off, but perhaps we can also do a little case study for our post-retirement plan. What, you still think it's too early for that?
Post-retirement plan.
I wouldn't say so. It's never too early to be prepared. Come on, I know you're with me on this one, Zach.
Post-retirement plan. It's a very weird thing to... Okay, she literally just disappears until she comes back. It's weird.
Patty, is something wrong?
I got something to say. When I first met you in the hotel parking lot, you mentioned Saint Rouge, right? If you want to find it, maybe you should track down Professor R.
Professor R.
Professor R.
Key market?
Yeah, Professor R owns the jazz bar on the other side of the bayou.
How do you know that?
Because.
Because, huh? Interesting.
Alexis has been unlocked. House Nest has been unlocked. What are both of those things? I've not updated my side quests. They're all main quests still. It's kind of weird. Well, one active main quest at a time, which, I mean, I'm down with that. I'm down with having multiple main quests being available at certain times. Oh, speaking of red room, inventory. Alright. I'm still full and everything. Okay. I'm inspecting. Watching Granny roll the ball. Got this.
10 maidens, Zach. Let's topple their hourglass figures and complete this oracle once and for all.
Oh, my lord. I don't believe I've seen you around here before. Sorry, honey, but you can't smoke in here. Since you're with Patricia, I'm guessing you're some friend of Melvin's.
He's Agent York from the FBI. This is Alexis, the owner of this restaurant. I'm helping out Agent York in his investigation. We signed a contract.
Oh, my lord. Well, ain't that something?
Alexis job.
I'm FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan. Please, call me York. Everyone's always called me that.
Oh, my lord. Well, that's got to be the strangest introduction I've ever heard. No wonder everyone in town's been talking about you.
I want a chocolate sundae, but no cherries. I want 2 wafers instead. Don't put too many Rice Krispies on it. Oh, but don't scrimp on the chocolate syrup either.
Oh, my lord. And what'll it be for you, honey?
Alexis, are these photos of the town?
Oh, you like my pictures? My hobby's collecting snapshots of what our town used to be like. So whenever someone gives me an old picture, I just put it up here on display. Our world these days feels a bit cold to me, you know? Just thought it'd be nice to help folks remember what it was like in the good old days.
Zach, did you hear that? The good old days. Even in a remote town that's already far behind the times, there are still people who yearn for the past.
She told me what was going on, you know.
What?
Lise, you don't need to try and hide it from me, honey. Last time she came here, she told me all about it. Some odd fella was following her around, stalking her like.
What kind of fellow?
She said he had a really tall shadow.
How tall?
As tall as an oak tree.
Did that ring any bells for you?
Sadly, it didn't. I know just about everyone in this here town, but I ain't never seen a man who stands that tall. Maybe it really was an oak tree and she just mistook it for someone. Sometimes the silhouettes of them trees with lots of Spanish moss hanging down make me feel a little funny too.
I don't think so, Alexis. Lise said the shadow was following her, correct? That means she must have been stalked by a man as tall as an oak tree. If she had only mistaken an oak tree for a person, she wouldn't have described it that way. She might have said,
It felt like a crowd of people was staring at me.
Yes, exactly. She certainly wouldn't have talked about being followed by someone. Thank you, Patty. Zach, this data is all very intriguing, but it isn't the answer we're looking for. We came to knock down the 10 maidens, remember?
Oh, yeah! Booyah! Oh, I got a turkey!
Truly mesmerizing, Zach. This is why I never tire of small-town investigations. Same goes for you, right?
Now we actually got to play the actual game of bowling. Oh, okay. Here we come up. Here we come up these stairs. This is a weird bowling alley, by the way. Carpenter. Or chat. We have some voodoo pins. Voodoo dolls.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Oh, howdy, stranger. My, you're a handsome one. You came out here from the city, didn't you? I can always spot you city folk from a mile away.
Miss Carpenter. Lady of the Turkey.
I'm FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan. Would you mind calling me York, ma'am?
Oh, so you are from the FBI. I thought as much. So sophisticated. Well, my horoscope in the paper today told me I'd be meeting someone new. And those horoscopes never miss. They're the real deal. Well, one even predicted when I'd bowl my first perfect game. Oh, no! Oh, could you stand a bit closer to me? Whew, that was a close one. If you move any further that way, you'll cast a shadow over the lane. Well, the sheriff did that once, and something horrible happened. The next time I bowled, I got a gutter ball. First time in 12 years.
Oh gosh.
I was
Oh
mortified.
gosh.
And I am going to make
No.
sure nothing like that ever happens again.
Oh man.
In our world, some routines lead to good things, while others only lead to the bad. So, you mustn't ever cast a shadow over the lane. Is that understood?
Okie dokie.
It's her routine, Zach. Understand? Just like us and coffee. Incidentally, ma'am, would you mind letting me use this lane too? I'm investigating the Lise Clarkson murder case. And I need to topple 10 maidens, no matter what it takes.
No, absolutely not. Not even the FBI can take my lane from me. I haven't given it up once ever since my husband passed away over a decade ago. I'll never break my promise to him.
But
Now, if you'll excuse me.
Gosh. It's selfish. Other people bowl.
Ooh, you like that? That's what I'm talking about. Who's your mama?
Zach, it looks like negotiations have failed. Now I'm afraid we have no choice but to force her to let us use her bowling lane. Yes, I know. I won't do anything illegal.
Good dude. Oh, okay. Interesting. Try this again. Doing this mission for.
Excuse me, Mrs. Carpenter.
Stop! Not now. Can't you see I'm already in my bowling stance? What, are you blind? Holy mother of bowling balls, let me pick up this split. Holy mother of bowling balls, let me pick up this split.
Gosh. But she prays to. She talks to deities to let her get bowling points.
That stance, always works on a split. Oh, yeah, never fails.
Zach, our new friend, appears to be a very superstitious
Very
lady.
much so, yes.
We should try and utilize this trait of hers in order to gain access to the lane for a bit. That was an amazing shot, Mrs. Carpenter. In fact, it may have been the most amazing shot I've ever seen.
Yes.
Speaking of which, where did you happen to find all those neat little items? The ones you used to help you bowl that split just
What?
now.
Bowling lane, and this old lady has voodoo items at the bowling lane, and she won't let us bowl. If we need to bowl for some type of sport, mission? I'm not entirely sure. This dude told us that we need like couple 10 maidens. Equals bowling apparently. And then we also gotta go check out the cold storage room. So yeah.
Ooh, you got a keen eye there, Mr. Special Agent. Taking a liking to my collection, have you?
Oh, yes. A great light.
Which I was feeling that like she's superstitious that it's like we could take. She won't let us play bowling, which we need to do. So it's like she also said don't ever cast a shadow on the lane. I'm just sitting here like, you know, technically one way we could solve the solution is be like, oh, let us bowl for just a moment, and or we will cast a shadow of the lane to mess up your bowling.
I buy all my charms and power stones from Erzuli Frida.
Erzuli Frida.
Yes, it's a mystical establishment run by the Mirror.
The mirror. Dun dun dun.
The mirror.
The mirror.
If you're interested, I can mark it on your map for you.
Okay. Thank you.
Zach, this is it. Erzuli Frida.
I know. And you know where something is? Let me mark it on your map for you. Let me mark it on your GPS for you. GPS updated.
There must be a treasure trove of dubious trinkets on sale there. We may even be able to find something capable of changing her mind.
Huh.
It really feels like we're in the deep south.
We're in like Louisiana. For it now. Yay! Quest updated. Oh my god. The radio Frida has been unlocked. Cool. So, this is the journal of this game for the main quest. It's got this little thing going on. There's like a split path. The other thing I'm supposed to be doing is going over to check out the below zero cold war for storage facility. It's only like that place stayed open until 1700. It's only like 9:23. I got time. Well, it's only 9:30. I got time. I just gotta go find it. I'm just trying to find this stuff. Oh, so I've not even cleared this one yet. This one unlocked. I'm starting to clear this pathway. Finally clear this one mission here. Wow. Okay. That's crazy shit. Seems hard to talk over because I'm actually interested in the story, so it's kind of hard to talk over sometimes. Let's see, where is this Alexis thingy? No. Right way toward east. Now we need to get around town. Let's do it. I can run if I want to, but drain stamina. This town's way smaller than Greenvale, too. It's weird. It's like, wow, this town is super condensed. Unless there's going to be multiple towns, which could be a possibility, but I don't know. I don't know yet. I don't know how this game's set up yet. This game's new to me as anything. So. I've never played this game before. I've not looked into anything about this game before. I just know it exists because I've seen it there, and I'm like, huh. And this is like the last copy they had, too, so. When we bought it together. This game's weird already. This game started off weird, because I wasn't even playing it, you were. I was talking to, probably somebody else talking to York, innocent.
Yes, I did.
Then why are you leaving? You gave up on trying to convince Mrs. Carpenter to let you play?
No, Patty, neither Zach nor I have given up on anything. We're just going to stop by Erzuli Frida.
Erzuli Frida? What do you want with that place?
What do you know about it, Patty?
It's a dumb store that sells stupid voodoo charms and even stupider souvenirs. No one who actually lives here would ever be caught dead there. Daddy even told me to steer clear of it.
And why is that?
'Cause they sell guns?
You mean Urzuli Frida is a gun shop?
Ooh.
It's kinda like a gun shop and a voodoo shop had a
Gun shop and a voodoo shop
Thank
had
you,
a
Patty.
baby.
You just helped me make up my mind. We're going to use the power of voodoo to help us steal the right to use that lane.
Gosh. I can run. There's my running. Why is my hands extended like that? Okay, I'm out of energy. Alright, we're trying to skateboard. I don't have a car in this game yet. I have a skateboard. I don't know if I can ever go get a car, but I have a skateboard. That's all we need to know right now. We have a skateboard. This is how we get around town. The power of skating. I got $600. But my car got stolen on the way here, and get replaced with this thing. Like I had a apparently at the beginning.
Zach, no, nothing. Just felt like saying that.
Like it's not like he had a hybrid, rid of a hybrid, but it got stolen when he was in a movie theater on the way here on his vacation. This is supposed to be a vacation for him, and now he's caught in a murder case because that's what happens when you're on a vacation. You get caught in a murder case. I mean, that's what happened to Mario. That's close enough. Graffiti case, graffiti case, murder case. I mean, tomato, tomato.
Got it.
Tomato, tomato. I love you too. This is Frida. I found it with my skateboard.
Voodoo shop.
Voodoo shop and a gun shop and a baby. Yes.
Oh, yes, that's what
A voodoo shop?
Test out the durability of a baby. Yes.
It's a voodoo
It's
shop.
a voodoo shop.
Just looks like a dumb souvenir shop to me.
Of course it does, Patty. You're much too young to understand the true value of this.
I'll point at you.
Yo, he's not even pointing at her. He's pointing in her general direction in the thing on the building behind her.
You understand the use of such a place. Whatever.
It's a voodoo shop.
It's a glorified voodoo shop. Let's go. Mine different guns. We need the assault rifle. We need the shotgun. We need a magnum. We need the bazooka. We need all the gear from the future. But this game takes place in the past.
Yeah.
There's the guns. Yes, we found them. There's the voodoo. We found it. It is a baby.
Mm-hmm.
This is all kid stuff.
All kid stuff.
It's just a bunch of charms.
And guns?
I think you cut her off.
I didn't do anything.
It's just a bunch of charms.
And guns. Come on, it's not a hard line to read. Come on, you got this. You got this. Watch TV go on the internet. And go on the internet, but I ain't allowed here.
My daddy makes no sense sometimes. You agree, right, Agent York? This is all just kid stuff.
The guns is not just kid stuff, but yes, sure.
Look at this, Zach. All the mysticism of the Deep South gathered up into one quaint little shop. This is 100 times more exciting than the FBI evidence vault.
I don't think so. Agent York, I think you're crazy.
It's a vast treasure chest. So much to study, so much to learn.
Alright. A mirror. Mirror, you look like you're going to, No. No. Well, unless you mean shadow somebody's face. I mean, I was going to say you look like a pretty rough. He looks in the mirror, he's just gonna punch a mirror. She's like, fuck you, mirror.
Thou art a seeker, and I see the object of thy desire.
It is his gun.
Doth this be what thou seekest?
Yes. Of course. An alligator with a hat? Yes. This is exactly what I see.
I could sell it to thee now. And only now. Surely fortune shall not bless thee with another chance. Purchase this, and know that thy wishes shall be granted.
It's a gator. Pimp gator! Yes! I want it.
That's crazy.
I want it.
Even I can tell you're getting cheated, Agent York.
Top dollar.
I disagree, Patty. This person can be
He
trusted.
has a pimp
I've been
gator.
studying people for quite a while, so I can tell. That figurine is connected to our future.
My price is true.
What is thy price? And what was with that mouth movement? I have gator figurine from the mirror. Okay. Alright. That's not bad. Oh. Mission accomplished!
I'll buy it.
I'll buy it.
Thou art a man of refined taste.
I'm buying it because it is a gator in a pimp hat.
I am loath to part with it, but 'twould be a fool's errand
Pimp
to
Gator
keep it
is
from
now
such
our
a
new friend.
keen-eyed
We shall
servant.
now carry it with us. It'll be our new party member. It'll replace our current party member. But I just got here. It'll replace our current party member.
Did you hear something?
Did you hear that? What about you, Pimp Gator? You have such great ideas for how to solve this case.
What's wrong with you?
Look, I had $600 and 30 of it's not that much. Come on.
No normal person would ever buy a piece of junk like that.
Oh, come on. Everybody would buy Pimp Gator. I'm sorry. Yep, you're being replaced by Pimp Gator. You have been replaced by Pimp Gator. We no longer need your services around here, little girl. I know you just literally joined me 5 seconds ago, but you disrespect Pimp Gator. You've been replaced by Pimp Gator.
Marvelous, isn't it?
Marvelous, isn't it, Zach? We're going to ignore this look.
What a treasure. I can't wait to use it.
Can't wait to use Pimp Gator.
Use it? Where? How?
Isn't it obvious, Patty? I'm going to put it in front of Mrs. Carpenter's house.
How do you even know where she lives?
In front of her house?
You've been pulling off Pimp Gator.
Yes. I'm sure this figurine will stop her right in her tracks. And that'll give us a chance to finally topple the 10 maidens.
Are you serious?
Serious? The $10 bill.
Of course I am.
By that I
So
mean...
is Zach. Aren't you?
I'm seriously wondering if I should quit helping you out.
We're gonna go. We got Pimp Gator. Pimp Gator's our new party member now. We don't need your help anymore. We got Pimp Gator. That's updated. Alright, so what are we gonna do? Hey. Oh, you have too many things. We have a side quest. 7. Talk to a minister to create any voodoo charm. Question. Heard all these. An expensive purchase at $30, nothing expensive. To be fair, for a freaking pimp gator, heck yeah. I have to do that in the middle of the midnight. Okay, we are done with this quest line for now. We must now actually proceed to our real quest line. This one. 9:30 in the morning, and we just got here. Talk to you then first. Fine.
Verily, much shall serve thee well here.
Ours can help you out in various ways. Necklaces boost bullet elemental effects. Dolls boost physical abilities. Instance boost skateboard abilities. Talisman boost your performance minigames. Equip them at the altar. Okay. And your charms, pick up charms. Your own personal voodoo loadout.
I understand yours, get it.
What? Oh man, yeah. He just like mimics you. He has voodoo chanting and then mimics you. He's like, it's hard to wrestle against him because he's doing the same thing you're doing.
Yep.
He just beats you by beating you to your own move. He's like the mimic from freaking Final Fantasy V. Oh man, that guy was an ass. To create physical abilities. Okay. Concentration, life +2. Bio, yes. Hygiene, life, concentration, life, stamina, and beard. Okay. Fop doll, awakened doll, drowsiness, intoxication, hunger, paralysis. Is that protection from those things, or... Oh, I don't have any of this stuff. Okay. How do I... I have multiple of one doll. Need to do that.
I can see it. Thy return is imminent. Thou hast discovered the very purpose of my emporium. That is...
That's pretty important.
Mihalam.
All items in our world must be split into two categories. Valuable, at which life value. I am a special human powered to discern these items. They have joined 5 colored beads, value shall rise beyond any dreams. 5 colored beads? First, the blue bead is named the ocean, a deep ocean bead. The blue, deep blue sea itself. Second, the red bead, the blood bead. Bead of crimson's blood, proud saint. Third, green bead. Its name summer, nay, deed. Name is forest, nay, meadow, nay, nay. What's the name of the green bead? It is known as the young leaf bead. The young leaf bead is green's new budding leaves. Next comes white, fresh snow, pure as a virgin. All beads are joined. You have Captain Planet? More or less 4 so far. What? There are 5 special beads in total, right? Forsooth, there are 5, but you only list 4. Deep Ocean Blue, Saint's Blood Red, Young Leaf, and Fresh Snow. Is not enough to also list the Abyssal Bayou bead? A bead so black you can suck away the every masquerade of light. Never heard of it before, neither me nor Zach. Now let's shove together all 5 beads. Gather? Me? Forsooth! Why, thou art a human who perceives true value, art thou not? Meaning, I bestow thee with the knowledge of the 5 colored beads. Now, only thou can determine thy next action. It used to believe these 5 colored beads are special. You know what I'm going to say? You know what I'm going to say? I always agree with your opinion. Beads of value. Yeah, collect all 5 beads. Collect that bead. We have a new quest. Collect beads. Quest 2. Yeah. Guess I have voodoo charmed. That's the only guns. I was looking to buy some of those too.
Whoa.
That was close.
Ah,
Well, look at you, all standing there like you're expecting me to apologize. It's your fault for not paying attention.
Ian Clarkson. Oh, she's one of the Clarkson family.
What?
Got a moment?
Can't say I do. I'm in a hurry here.
I won't take up too much of your time. I'd just like to ask you a few questions.
I said I'm in a hurry, Peckerwood. Now get out of my way.
Patty, who was that?
Kalina Clarkson. PJ Clarkson's second daughter, and Lisa's mother.
Uh-oh.
Zach, we've found ourselves a Clarkson.
No, she's not here. My dolly. She's not here. My dolly isn't here.
One of the key persons in this case just came out of the woodwork to meet us. Now things are really getting interesting.
Dun, dun, dun.
Isn't that right, Zach?
Yep. Go ahead and talk. Doll is missing. My sweet little doll.
Me alone. Verily.
Here's why I can't. We talked about like other ones that were here, but I'm hoping that's like resistance to this thing, so it's the same time. I don't understand. That one's like BO, and that one's beard. Drowsiness. Sounds very weird. My favorite one is that one. Low quality cloth in Oakley. Find that no problem.
I can see it. Thou have to.
A tree. A lot of time spending at this tree. I just want to keep going until I actually see, like, I kind of like how there is actually, like, more things to do than one thing at a time in the main story and side quests. Allowing you to actually be, okay, well, I can do this first. Oh, okay, I should do this now to kind of optimize my time instead of waiting. You know, the issue with the first game was there was a lot of waiting. And then you get locked out of like most of the side activities because the side activities have to be done on a certain time. Hoping that doesn't happen in this game because that was really annoying in the other one. Mission 16. We're going to mission 4. Check marks there. Going.
So, what do you think of him? Yes, I'm talking about him. Hunda. Is the skeletal gentleman friend or foe? Or does he merely exist outside the realms of myth? Still too early to tell, but it's clear that he'll be the key to uncovering this case's mysteries. That's what my soul tells me.
It doesn't look like an occult detective is what this dude feels like in a sense, because he even seems...
You might even say he reminds me of someone. Yes, I think I see the connection. Cheerful, wise, yet also mysterious African-American who appeared in a variety of different films. My mind must be overlapping him with the skeletal gentleman. Do you remember his name? Ah, yes, that's it. Scatman Crothers.
Scatman.
In 1980, he played Dick Halloran in The Shining. And in 1983, he was in The Twilight Zone. He played the man who invited all those elderly folks into a strange new world. I knew it, Zach. There's definitely a connection
with some various
but he's
movies.
a bit too old. Scatman's more of a
Alright, so
sage
now...
character. Our skeletal gentleman
Great
is a little younger,
of
isn't he?
Pimp Gator.
They have different body types, but what about Forrest Whitaker? He made his debut in 1982 in Fast Times at Ridgemont High. Then he was in Platoon and The Color of Money, both released in 1986, followed by Good Morning Vietnam in 1987. Oh, and he was in Bird in 1988. What an impressive filmography. Across the 80s, he transformed his rough, young image into a more cheerful, wiser one. That's why the 80s can also be described as the decade that built up Forrest Whitaker's career. I firmly believe that he'll win an Academy Award for Best Actor someday. Yes, I'm sure it's right around the corner. He'll most likely wait until the time is ripe. Maybe around next year. Then he'll unleash his best performance yet. Zach, I could go on about famous actors forever.
You really could.
But we have a case to solve here. Let's table this discussion for now. Hey, Zach. No, nothing. Just felt like saying that.
This is a great animation, by the way. That is weird. I have an ability here, too. Why? I'm looking at that eye in the corner like, oh yeah. Actually does do a thing, but what is the thing it's doing? He regained. Slowly come back. Melvin, hey.
Mr. York, that was mighty quick. The special agent does it again. You sure don't waste any time. I bet my CLG's got a lot to learn from you. By the way, Mr. York, looks to me like you aren't packing anything.
I was on vacation in New Orleans before I happened to stop by here.
Well, shoot, that won't do. Here, I got something I think you'll like.
Yeah.
I call him Mr. Alligator.
Yes, Mr. Alligator. Alligator and Mr. Alligator. We are Alligator. Awesome.
It's a tranquilizer gun for the gators.
Fire rubber bullets. Nice.
And here's a radio. With this, you won't have to worry about any expensive roaming fees.
Radio. Radio Melvin should come handy. Okay.
Might take you a while to get used to him, but you'll get it.
What does it do?
Try letting them rip a few times. Ain't no need to hold back out here.
Alright, we did it. Use the self-defense gun. Yeah, I do like how these quests are a lot more simpler. Huh. Did it. It was like the weirdest combat stance ever.
Now this is an intriguing weapon. For a tranquilizer gun, it really packs a punch. But I'm afraid I'll decline. After all, this town is peaceful, isn't it?
Well, sure it's peaceful. At least the humans are. But the animals are a different story. Remember what I named it? There are some real mean-ass gators out there in the swamps. And every now and then, they wander into town.
So we gotta watch out for animals. Are you having zombie moments? I feel like we're not having zombie moments in this one. It could be trying to trick me. Zombie moments just gonna be like, boom, pow, zombies.
One of them even went and ate a kid once. It happened a long time ago, but still, one chomp's all it takes. They swallow down every last bit of you. Poor kid's parents didn't even know what to put in his coffin. The worst part is, that taught the gators just how tasty we humans are. So now, those suckers just attack on sight. Man-eating crocodiles will feast tonight. In Blood Swamp!
Guys, the great title movie maker guy.
You know he's fibbing, right? Gators don't attack folks. I never heard about no kid getting swallowed by a gator.
Actually, Patricia, you're wrong.
I'm what?
You're motherfucking wrong.
Alligators do attack people, and it could happen in any town.
Huh?
Alligator, 1980. Directed by Louis Teague. It takes place in the Midwest, I believe. A teenage girl's pet alligator gets flushed down the toilet. Then, in the sewer, it feeds on the corpses of dogs that were used as test subjects for an experimental growth formula. After growing over 30 feet, it finally starts to go after humans. It's an extremely edifying movie. Back when I first saw it, I had a pet hamster.
Hey, Agent York.
You brought up this session.
What's your first order of business? You're in charge now, remember?
Well said, Patricia. I nearly lost sight of my true goal.
It seems to be a habit of mine. I talk about movies every 10 seconds. Hey, have you ever heard of the film? This reminds me, instead of like Professor, it's like opposite Professor Layton. Instead of, this reminds me of a puzzle. It's like, this reminds me of a movie. Gosh. This reminds me of a movie.
Melvin, I couldn't help but notice the name on the side of that truck.
It reminded me of the movie Truck. And if I actually knew movie references, I would make my own movie references to counteract the jokes to their movie references.
This facility is connected to the victim, isn't it?
Oh, right. Yeah. I reckon I better start from there. I'm gonna tell it to you straight right from the beginning, Mr. York. As you guessed, this warehouse is run by the Clarksons. The victim's father, Danny Clarkson, is the one who manages the whole place. Okay, but why did he choose to store her body in his own warehouse, right?
Why did he choose to store the body in the warehouse? The body was stored here. We knew the body was stored here. Did it go missing at some point? This doesn't sound like a revelation, because it sounds like we already knew it was stored here.
Well, that's because there ain't no other place to store it. Our town has a clinic inside a church, but no morgue. Whenever someone kicks the bucket, we just bury him in the graveyard right outside of town. But not this time. We got a murder on our hands this time. We need to give Lisa's body an autopsy and keep it stored, right? So we had no choice but to rent out a corner of this warehouse.
Well, that makes sense.
I see. So that's what led to the ingenious choice to store the victim's body in a facility that her family owns.
Anywho, this is where the real story begins. Truth is, a few days before you got here, Lisa's body went missing.
Missing?
Yeah. All of a sudden, poof.
Never mind. Body's gone. Okay, that explains everything.
Did you leave the warehouse unlocked?
I most certainly did not. I locked the whole place up and made sure no one could get inside. No one stole the original key, and I couldn't find any fingerprints at the scene.
They get to the roof.
So, in other words, this is a locked room mystery.
The body of a beautiful young girl walks at mid... Hey! All right, CLG. Reckon I should have told you about this earlier when you first said you wanted to come here. It just didn't seem like the time or place as I remember. Anywho, how about we call it a day and head back to my office? You can go through all the files there.
No, thank you. This is what I came to investigate.
But Lisa's body isn't here anymore. You sure?
That doesn't bother me one bit, Melvin. You see, I met a skeletal gentleman on my way here, and he was kind enough to give me an oracle.
Okay, so I got a little bit of hunger missing, and I got a little bit of sleep. Okay. It's only been 30 minutes since we began the adventure. It's like everything can happen like so fast that the hunger and sleep meter barely matter. So we're actually gonna start a dungeon. We got a gun. Time to start a dungeon.
You holding up okay, CLG?
Real coach now.
Sure you don't want to wait outside?
Ooh, I'll be fine, Daddy. Just make sure you don't take your eyes off of him. He's so selfish and inconsiderate. I'm still not convinced he's actually a real FBI agent. Look, he's talking to himself again.
Zack, this is the ambiguous zero, the deep freeze. Let's hurry up and find that flying serpent, shall we?
Rest updated. It's so weird. Like it's actually trying to. Oh right, I remember how I think it went in the other one. The stuff in the freaking first thing, I think, made you go crazy, and there was like the whole thing with the why the zombies were there. Like the seeds, I think, made everything crazy. In fact, that York actually had them in his possession, I think, kind of still had that weird bit of hallucination. Sparkle. That is a sparkle. I did not mind, not to see me, that is a sparkle. Visions. You can use visions to see important helps with the game. Visions. Base your curves, how much you use. Okay. Hey, so it basically putting out a lot of things this way. A lot of interactive things this way, apparently. Interesting.
Oh shoot.
I'll shut you off. Okay.
God, I got the strangest feeling while I was watching the video.
Interesting.
I watched the video about this dude that on TikTok about this dude that seen a dead cat.
Okay.
And it looks like his. So he took a picture of it.
Hold on.
And basically, later on that night,
Look at my
he ends up going back to the same spot
look at my gun
where
walk.
he took the picture of.
The gun walk.
And basically, the picture looks entirely different from the picture that he took of before.
Interesting.
Or like of the area.
Right.
And his cat was alive. With a gash. over its face.
Ow.
So tell me, how did that work?
I don't know, because I'm not paying attention to about half of that.
Well, it's a parallel universe
This place
because
always gives me
oh god.
goosebumps, no matter how many times I come here.
Yes, it's quite the funhouse.
Truly a
Also, I've
dazzling
seen the
place.
wall.
Dazzling place.
Shut up,
Meat
Francis. You're
entertainment. That's the only way to describe it.
Meat entertainment. Yes, that's a great way to describe whatever the heck.
And I
Together by
swear,
life,
TikTok needs to stop
frozen
calling
in
me
time,
out on these damn readings.
visceral, musical.
Wow.
Because I swear, I don't see the TikTok readings all the time, but sometimes I do, and usually whenever I see them, they are fucking accurate as fuck.
That's weird.
We eat all this in order to survive.
Yes.
Oh, I didn't tell you.
A symphony.
Yeah.
Life and death resonating together.
Yeah.
When I was watching that video,
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
I felt somebody standing behind
now,
me.
CLG. Since when were you interested in this kind of stuff?
Like legit.
What are you
Just
so
kind of
surprised
either
for,
standing
Daddy?
behind
I'm
me
more mature than
or
you are.
somehow.
I've seen way more realistic
And
cases than CSI, you know.
it kind of scared me in a sense because I was like, oh god.
You know, this girl watches CSI.
Because I just started almost kind of getting a little bit paranoid and stuff like
At
that.
first, Zach, I was shocked by the notion of storing a victim's body alongside food.
Where this town has no more.
But
Oh, and if you upload this on YouTube, people don't fucking worry about me. I'm going
just
on
another
a
scene of
spiritual
violent,
path,
depraved
so
murder.
Yes.
just don't. If y'all say bullshit, I'm not going to fucking listen to it.
Okie dokie.
Yes. All we need to do is change our point of view, and things will expose
I
themselves.
feel weird how it feels like time just flew by at the end.
That is weird.
Like it was going so slow.
I feel weird that I've not seen zombies yet in this game.
But now it's like, it's not slow. And I'm just like, what?
Oh! Little sparkles are little things I can pick up. Okay. That's neat. It's little things I can pick up to make voodoo dolls, apparently. It is apparently a mechanic in this game. This game actually gets, like, weirdly, like, superstitious at some points. Like, you have a whole bunch of stuff with voodoo dolls.
Voodoo is not a thing to be messed with.
I'm sure, but you have to mess with it in this game, apparently. Because I made... Hold on, do I have it? I want to show you. I want to show you this really cool item I got.
No, I'm just saying that it's an actual in real life thing. Do your fucking research before you do anything like that. And make sure the entities, aka the people would actually want to work with you. Because somebody died.
Oof.
Because they seen one of the entities. I remember that for a fact.
I can't show it to you unless it's in my workbench. Hold on. Start over this way. I don't have a workbench over this way, so I'm
Why
gonna...
is it so cold and never mind.
It's because we're in a
My
freezer.
room is so warm though.
I don't know.
Like I'm even confused by that because usually my room is like extremely cold, kind of like this. But if you walk in my room, it's warm.
Right.
I don't have 4 candles lit, but that's not normal because I've had the 4 candles lit before.
Apparently you can use this to camp outside.
As a sleeping bag.
So that's like, that's if you're trying to run to a place to have sleep. You can remember the sleep mechanic of the first game.
Sleep mechanic?
Yeah, there was like a hungry and sleep mechanic in the first game. If you didn't
There was
sleep.
a hungry and sleep mechanic in the first game?
Yeah.
Okay, dude, you gotta excuse me because I'm probably forgetting some memories because I'm trying to also remember other shit going on with me, so...
I can't show you Pimp Gator, though. And I'm saddened, but wait, actually, it might be in here. Items. Key items. Hold on, here we go. Skateboard. Alligator figurine. You can't really see it very well, but it's got a pimp hat and a cane.
Oh, I love that!
He's got a top hat and a cane. I bought him to scare an old lady so I could play bowling. But with voodoo magic, apparently. Because this one lady was really superstitious and always bowling like perfect games. We gotta put this in front of the lady's house while she's home. And then, when I do that, I can, she'll be stunned by it long enough for us to go bowling. And we could bow down 10 maidens, which is one of our objectives. Right now, from an oracle person.
Also, here's another thing, is...
We came here to find the, to go to an absolute zero place to find a, an absolute zero place, where, an absolute zero place where I can fight a flying serphant or something, and in this I have to knock down the 10 maidens, aka get a strike at the Alexis Diner in Lane. That's what we're gonna do to get the 10 maidens, because this lady won't let us bowl because she's not giving up the bowling alley ever. So we have to place Pimp Gator in front of there. Although technically I hope I get to keep Pimp Gator after that, because Pimp Gator's gonna be our new friend. Replace little sidekick girl, because we have little girl sidekick, and it's like, okay. I mean, she's not bad, but she can be easily replaced with Pimp Gator. Gator is a much better partner. Pimp Gator has way better conversations. Anyway, why are you poking my leg?
Because I was going to tell you. Actually, there's a few things I need to tell you.
I can run if I want to.
One is that...
Second save point? I just had save point 5 steps ago. I didn't need a second one.
During high school, and yeah, mainly during high school, that's when I was looking into magic. That's when I was looking into spells like online. And I actually tried to use spells back then. Because it was a spell to basically turn me into a vampire. And what brought this back up is because one of the people that I follow on TikTok said the same thing, but it was a werewolf. And I was like, oh, okay, that can kind of, and then that brought up my memory.
Was that your wife?
And I was like, oh, well, that's interesting. I commented on the thing, being like, you know, mine was the other way around. Mine was looking up spells on how to be a vampire. And I did one. And you want to know what happened after I did one? After I said it in the blood fucking moon? Not the blood moon, but
the blood fucking moon.
The moon was out. It was not. I was sitting outside. I can remember some of what the spell said. And after I said it, somebody wrecked.
Ow.
Right in front of the house.
Oof.
And I looked at that, and I was like, holy shit! I didn't even want to walk up to their car, because I was like, oh god, did I do that?
Did I do that?
And basically, that was kind of an interesting thing. And, I remember there was also this other thing that I did that was kind of almost like an offering sense to a deity, but I can't remember who it was to. But it was like this thing that I'd seen on the one site, and it was like, leave a bit of an offering for the deity, and then it'll help you like lose weight or some shit.
She can't even leave the house no more. So I always keep a photograph.
And then I kind of did that for a while, but then I just kind of gave up on that shit.
Okay.
And that's why when I was like trying to find like the element and stuff, and
But this means that
but back then I didn't even know what the fuck to do because the only thing I had was the internet and 43 things.
But it don't matter. He's still my
And then
real
that's
daddy.
how I was like, oh, you can be a werewolf? And that's how I first heard of astral projection. And I was like, ooh, I'm gonna try astral projection. Who? Oh, what?
Not biological.
Okay, I was about to say.
Yeah, I was wondering the same thing.
Because.
But just like you think, if it was, her skin tone would be a little bit more darkened, if anything. But no, it's
Actually, no. Actually, depending. It depends because shit just ended up being weird.
I'm just thinking biological.
Yeah,
It just
there's
happened.
a man on TikTok that is black, but he looks white as fuck.
Fair enough. I can see that. Recessive genes and such, yeah.
well, Zach, isn't this a heartwarming scene?
Yeah.
Like, I know.
Good old York going well, Zach. That's back.
I know this is kind of a weird thing to talk about with the game, but
Yeah.
I was wanting
this
to.
game has some supernaturally weird voodoo stuff to
I
it,
was
too,
kind
so.
of wanting to say that because, again, I've also had things with spirits, so I know my own hand of fucking what spirits can do. They can drive you insane.
Yeah.
And I mean, look at what I was fucking doing. And it literally felt like I couldn't change my appearance because it would get him mad.
We're hoping that's not the case. Perhaps Candy is already. No, let's not think about that.
It might be a private matter, just like you, Zach.
And yeah. Okay, so here's another thing.
Almost to the morgue.
I have
The temporary one.
favorite characters,
You don't need to
and
keep
there
correcting
goes that
yourself.
vibration inside of me when I talk. Oh, okay. No, I don't want to add. No, I only feel it sometimes. I don't feel it all the time, and then all of a sudden, I just started feeling a fucking vibration inside of me.
You know, from an
What's weird is I've not yet to get to, like, I'm wondering if this game even has the zombie scenes from the first game, so I've got to get into anything like that.
Fucking stupid.
At the beginning of this game was weird, and then it just kind of started out after the weird beginning of the game, where we were just talking with, Zach Morgan. I mean, the audience seen this, so I mean, it's not like a spoiler for anybody else. It's like we were talking to Zach Morgan, and after a long talk, like a whole hour-long talk, like I basically got to start moving. That's why I ended the first episode. Speaking of which, I might need another episode here shortly.
But dude, I have favorite characters in both the things that I watched.
Has Been Hotel and
With Has Been, well, you already know the two that I like in Has Been Hotel. I think that's technically the only two because I really don't know how Lilith and
you're not told the audience. The audience don't know.
Well, they don't need to know. It's Alistair and Angel Dust. Because honestly, I don't know how Lilith and Lucifer actually act in that show. All I know is that they portray Lucifer almost kind of like a leprechaun. Or leprechaun is what I heard. Because of the one dude that I watched on TikTok, because they were like, oh, what's Lucifer's interpretation of the Has Been Hotel Lucifer? And he's like, I'm not that short. Or I forgot what he said. And then I like
process.
Actually, no, I like 3
Well,
characters.
stop calling out York Morgan for not being right in the head. Come on.
But
Rude.
I like 3 characters in Hella Boss.
Must possess humanity. Ouch. No. Humanity is not refreshed for FBI work.
But I like 3 characters in the Hella Boss one,
No.
which is a side thing to Has Been Hotel. And actually, I don't see why Kitty's saying that Hello Boss is better than Has Been Hotel, because they're both kind of the same in my opinion.
Kind of. Oh, okay.
Because they're still funny. Okay.
Probably because all she knows, all she's seen, all that's out for the woman is one more pilot episode.
That pilot episode was still good.
Mm-hmm.
I know it sounds weird, but I just don't like the 2 girls, or like the 3 girls. I know that sounds extremely awkward.
Which show?
Of Has Been Hotel. I don't like the 3 girls in it so far.
Like the ones running the hotel?
Yes.
Okay.
And Cherry Bomb. Oh wait, there is one girl that I like because I forgot her fucking name, but it's the one that cleans and calls Angel Dust a girl. Nifty! And what made me want to watch this even more is because I was shit on TikTok being like, which one suits me better? And that was Alistair, Nifty, Angel Dust, and that's the only 3 that I remember on that.
I can crouch there, but I don't know why.
But dude,
yeah,
I don't know that dude's name, Blitz. I think his name is Blitz, or what, I don't know. I'm calling him Blitz for right now. But Blitz, Stolas, and Luna. And the reason I like Stolas is I know Stolas is not actually like this, but I absolutely love how in that thing Stolas describes every sexual act that he's gonna end up doing to the fucking imp. And I just absolutely love that because it's just like, you probably have to move something.
Or maybe it'll become clear after I do something else here. Because I can't go over there, I don't think. Unless I can move this. I don't think I'll be able to move this.
But that's the 3 that I like on Hella Boss. And then I also feel like I got called out by another TikTok because that was one that showed Lucifer talking to somebody else being like, hey, you need to do research on that demon that I told you about. And then it's like, okay, I'll do the research. And it was just like that kind of interaction. I was like, I feel called out by this.
Well.
And I'm just sitting here and I'm like, you know, even if I was to do research, I don't even know where to start. But I know if I was to meditate and do all this other shit and then figure it the fuck out, I'd be able to do it.
Hey, Agent York. Did you just come here to laugh at rural officers who are doing the best they can?
I don't like her.
I know.
We don't have any special facilities like you people.
I'd punch her in her face.
Expect us to do, huh?
Oh.
Don't compare us.
Nobody should do that, okay?
No one should punch no shot.
Yes.
Yes, please don't.
Or maybe you're just disappointed that you didn't get to see.
I'm gonna have to go use the bathroom. I'm probably getting. Oh, I already have a drink.
Sorry. I went a bit too far just now. But don't misunderstand. I honestly think it's a fantastic idea.
I wish I had my books because I do want to read like the Goetas and stuff.
Better not.
But I can't do that until my books get here.
Oh, the sparkle. I missed the sparkle.
What did you miss the sparkle? can you go back?
I think there's right behind me. There's some more for food.
Cool, you did it. It was a black tail.
Yay. Oh, crap. Sneaky. Yeah. Also,
Oh, but technically, hey, since we were talking about any of that experience, if anyone actually has experiences with spirits, ghosts, whatever, then yeah, just kind of comment that, and then
we'll read it.
I can read it and be like, if you need any. Well, I don't know much about that shit. I'm still learning on all this shit, so.
So these are human footprints, and they're extremely large.
They are not extremely large.
These footprints must belong
Them look like normal footprints.
Hold on though. There's one thing about these footprints that are kind of off.
What?
They're footprints. Look, toes.
Yeah.
In a cold storage room.
Who the fuck would? Who in their right mind would walk into a storage room that is obviously icy and cold barefoot?
Exactly, in Louisiana. It's in the South where it's hot.
Don't get that.
They're used to warmer temperatures. Temperatures is all I'm saying. People wouldn't be used to walking around barefoot. That is an interesting aspect.
Actually, it depends on the person, because depending on who it is, I mean, I kind of got used to walking around barefoot, and then that's why it's like,
frost is shaped like
if people tells me not to stand out in the rain, I kind of hate that, because I grew up standing out in the rain. I grew up out in the rain. I grew up being barefoot. And no one's gonna stop me from fucking doing that shit. Like, if it was to fucking rain, I'd probably go out there and just fucking sit in the rain for a little bit.
Also, it's very strong to hover the body over the shoulders.
There was a dead body?
There used to be a dead body here. It was a girl. This place has no morgue. This cold storage facility was the best place it could be used for a morgue. Basically store the body until they could actually do the autopsy.
That is very not good.
No.
In my brain, it would be like, wouldn't the body just freeze?
Well, if it freezes, it would be preserved, so that way the,
Well, I don't know how morgue shit works. I don't work in a fucking morgue. And the only way I would plan on it is if somehow my path ends up making me go do that.
Right.
But I don't plan on doing that, because then there'd probably be a bunch of...
I need to stop the episode here in just a second.
Okay. And then we'll continue this conversation off this.
Yeah. Let me go ahead and finish this little part right here, though. Alright, there we go. We'll do this next. We'll do this part next time. I'll be back in just a moment, everybody. So, my leg is being held.
Oh, that's why you have me on camera.
I don't know, because I end my video by looking at the camera now. That's something I'm going to do with these videos.
Oh, God, ew.
So, I'll see you guys next time. Be sure to look down in the comments and everything. And it was nice hanging out with y'all, and see y'all next time. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, all that bull. I don't know. Help.
You have a twig.
I have a twig?
Yeah. Your hair.
Anyway. I'll see you guys next time.